So Golden Pacific goes up. We just about ready. Starter says go, and they're off and racing. And I thought Golden Pacific probably could have got a better start with Urson Valley, who's being hard ridden in the first part of the race. But the favourites out like lightning. Move On Over goes off to lead them and leads them quite easily by just over 2 lengths. Nepal is in second. Bella Atrice to the outside of that one. Time for Katie got the pink jacket about 4 lengths off them. Golden Pacific, and out back is Urson Valley, and that's 8 lengths off the leader. No hanging around. Move On Over, the short price favourites, gone 3 lanes clear into the home straight with Bella Atrice to the outside. Then comes Time for Katie and Nepal, but Move On Over is still in a very good rhythm, gone 4 lanes clear. Bella Atrice is in second. Time for Katie going up and down, and then comes Golden Pacific. But here's Move On Over, the 5 to 10 favourite, gone well clear. And this is Home Jerome, a very good win, Move On Over, and favourite backers are off to a flying start. Golden Pacific runs second. Bella Atrice was in third, and Time for Katie in fourth. All right, so you can see there were 1 or 2 horses running around over there, being Bella Atrice and Time for Katie. But if your eyes were fixed on the short price favourites, you were never in doubt. Move On Over goes on to win very comfortably. Well done to Alan Krief, well done to Richard Faree, and to the ASSM Racing Syndicate, being Mr. Chudder and Mr. Rippon. All right, the PA starts in race number 2. Bets must be on by 12:50.
Well, it'll be a popular favourite that finds the winner's box here as Move On Over scores, and she was outright favourite here, so will be very, very welcomed by the public. I have groom Godfrey standing in, collecting the 1,500 Rand cheque. A little bit more to smile about today, and Godfrey, well done. You can take that with you. There you go. Godfrey gets to enjoy it. No, you can take that with you. Take it there. That's it. Yeah. Richard coming in to join me now, and really turned out to be a bit of a procession. Richard, you rode her the only way you could. You used her experience on Polly, you used her speed, and it all came together.
Yeah, look, the good draw. As the gates opened, she was already on that forward momentum because she stepped forward and the gates pulled, and everything was like, okay, let's go. So, so she jumped out, had a bit of a picnic around the bend. Still tried to do it a little bit fast, but straighten up, she quickened off. I knew that it was going to be a very tough filly to try and pin down because she's been racing against the boys.
Yeah.
So like I said, she had a picnic around her back and she could sprint up into the straight. So hopefully the handicap is not too hard on her. I really thought it was a weak field.
Precisely.
Didn't see any scope in the race, but if they looked at times and they'd understand it, it wasn't such a great win, but more of her current ability to be more experienced than the rest. So nice win. She's on the small side. Don't know how long her career is going to be before she starts playing polo. But thank you to the owners nevertheless, and to Mr. Krief and to the team doing all the work, well done, and to my sponsors at Winning Form.
Of course. Now, Richard, not going to let you run away. Got a couple of rides of interest. Vandalize, in a similar boat to Move On Over, in the fact that she's knocking for the win. Secret is Ours, well, he's got a lovely turn of foot on him, takes on a very competitive field, but he's got to be a horse of regard. Holly's View is going to love being up to the mile. And, of course, Luna Halo, you guys have an unbeaten partnership.
Yeah, look, the one in the third.
Vandalize, yes.
Vandalize, tricky filly. I thought she would have won by now, but
yes, that is the concern, I'm not going to lie.
She's experienced maiden, but I rode
105th Avenue.
Yes, on Monday, and it ran on quite nicely. So I think that's the sort of horse to look after, or look out for.
The grey, Secret is Ours.
Lovely horse. I think that was an unfortunate one when Charlie fell.
Charles,
But he would have run a good third that day, and the form line is there. I ran second on the horse in that race and came out and won on Monday.
That's correct.
So,
Bournemouth, yes.
Yeah, and he's a lovely horse, this grey horse, and make him close to being a good thing.
And then Holly's View, she's got to have a shot, but for me, probably the most open race on the field, on the card.
She's a bit in and out of form. I just feel like a confident sort of ride on her will be the right sort of angle to do with her. But I think she'll like the mile as long as she's switched off and not using too much energy in the back stretch, and she should finish strong.
And then Luna.
Well, she's my fancied, and taking on same bunch of horses, but obviously the extra furlong.
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave out Mr. Greef's other one. I've been
Joint
keeping,
Peace,
yeah, I've been keeping close eyes on that filly. I think she'll love the trip, and obviously, like a filly like Adita and the Cape Raider, you've got to respect them.
Fantastic. Richard, you're in the winner's box already, got this one to celebrate, and we'll be keeping our eye on you throughout the day.
Awesome, thank you.
Great feedback there by Richard. He always does give us very valuable feedback, and we do appreciate it. And now it's fantastic to have Alan come into the winner's box because he's been really ill, and good to have you looking not quite yourself, but a whole lot better. And yeah, I'm glad to see you a lot healthier.
No, thanks, Nate, and thanks to everybody around me that's picked up the slack on race day and during the week when I'm not always at sales. So thank you, thanks a lot. Nice to be back.
Now, before we get round to singing the praises of Move On Over, got to say I felt a little bit for your first time, and that is the crux of also starting for the first time and also the change of surface, because that greenness cost her. She threw her head up, missed the start, and then took a severe disliking to the kickback.
Yeah, I think, Nate, so she went down really well.
She
and
did.
whatever could go wrong went wrong, and she lost her race at the start to start with. So I thought, on collateral, she wouldn't have been too far off Move On Over at work. So I'm a little bit disappointed, but that's the rub of the green, and unfortunate the situation that transpired.
Well, it doesn't matter though. Well, it does matter. I'm sure you are disappointed, but at least you get a nice, hefty feel better in the way of Move On Over, who led them all Indian file to the line.
Yeah, she led them a merry dance today. She used it as one horse jumped slow, and she was out and gone like a scone. Richard just dictated the race from there onwards.
Yeah. Alan, we've chatted to Richard about his runners coming up. Obviously, Luna Halo is his ride in the main race, but he did say to keep an eye on Joy and Peace. And of course, you've got Summer Odyssey. How do you feel about those two fillies?
Yeah, no, listen, it's a competitive race always, and it's a feature race for 2-year-olds. But Joy and Peace were running on nicely, came out the gates a little bit sluggish last time out and didn't finish that far off. The other filly, Summer Odyssey, is hard knocking. I don't know if 1400 is in her scope, but she's worth a try. She's honest, she's been in the money each time, and she's representing the same yard or stable owners in Rinchard and Vaughan Rippon, who won the first race, and very well done to them.
Fantastic. And Alan, then in the last, you look like you've got a good hand as well with a newcomer, Cool Winter, regular placer, Coastal Path, and on the road again, maybe a bit sharp, especially now in Polly, but he's always finishing.
100%. It's the Cool Winter, I think, will run a nice race. He's having his first run here in Eastern Cape, and the other two horses maybe a little bit sharp for on the road again. And Coastal Path, yeah, he should be doing his best work later as well.
Brilliant. Alan, well done for your win in the first. Congratulations, and I hope it's going to be a good day. Once again, great to see Alan back on the mend. Good to have him in the winner's box, and Move On Over, as mentioned, will be a very popular winner for punters as she starts us off here in the Eastern Cape. Congratulations to her owners involved here, and well ridden by Richard Fourie.